In 2007, some time ago, but an important year, in 2007, one of the world's most accomplished violinists, a man named Joshua Bell, stood outside a Washington, D.C. metro station during the morning rush hour while people were shuffling to their offices and played a genuine Stradivarius violin made in 1713 and worth $10 million. For nearly an hour, Bell performed familiar pieces like Franz Schubert's Ave Maria, Massenet's Meditation, a name you might not recognize, but that's the music that plays in the background of the movie Titanic, and a lengthy, complicated, demanding work of Sebastian Bach that I'm told only a few can play. Music is said to be the speech of angels. That spiritual quality of music was not something lost on Saint Augustine. Augustine even wrote a book on the topic, one among many. This individual, Augustine of Hippo, was not a musician. He neither wrote nor played any music himself. But Augustine believed that the study and experience of music could guide the mind to the contemplation of higher realities. Why did he feel that way about music? Because in Augustine's view, the order and harmony experienced in music could lead individuals to reflect upon God as the source of harmony and order in life and in the world. Augustine is a figure that many of you will encounter in your studies, and as Providence would have it, it is today that the Catholic Church around the globe honors his memory. Augustine is an ancient figure. He dates to another period altogether, 354 to 430 AD, a time much different than 2007. And while he left this world a saint, Augustine was not born with a halo around his head. He lived what can be characterized as a very full life. By his own account, his early years were spent in revelry. He was a mischievous playboy of the middle class living in a provincial area of North Africa. His early lifestyle is captured by what would become one of his most famous prayers, "God give me chastity, but not yet." And yet, he sought more than what a life of celebration could provide. There is an account of his life where an odd sort of music played a pivotal role. As a young Augustine was struggling over the direction of his life, he heard children singing a song that included the Latin words "tolo lege," take up and read. In a moment of torment, Augustine grabbed what he had handy, a Bible, opened and read. What he read harmonized his life and gave him clarity. Providence College is more than grounds or halls. In the alma mater song, we say that from thee we learned the wondrous work of God. We just heard that earlier. Consider your life as something like a jigsaw puzzle, partially complete, but with many pieces scattered about. You certainly have seen them, and many of you have worked on them. These pieces, when fit together, begin to form an image. Throughout your life, you have been pulling together pieces from many fragments, to form the image of who you are. Now, here at Providence, you will continue to join those pieces, and throughout that ensemble, an even clearer image will begin to emerge. And as it emerges, you will see that here you will not be alone. You are not the only character in the image that is your life. I suspect that you know that, but it can be all too easy to forget that you are not the only character in the story of your life. And so it is possible that here in this room right now, among the crowd of fellow students that you have not yet met, is someone with whom you will spend the rest of your life, your future spouse. There may also be roommates and other classmates that you will meet today that from this week forward will be among your closest friends, people with whom your own children will form relationships. And to be sure, there are people here in this space that will be the occasion for less happy circumstances. There may well be people in this room who will disappoint you, and even maybe someone who will introduce you to a kind of heartbreak that you have yet to feel. But through it all, you will always be a friar. Whatever mix of emotions you have right now, think of this Mass as your invitation to become a friar for life. Throughout this year, you will learn a whole host of little traditions that have attached themselves to PC. You will participate in one in just a short while. Providence College is unique insofar that we distribute to you your tassel, the little piece that you will wear on your graduation cap. We distribute to you your tassel before you even begin your first class. Why? We give you this tassel now as a sign of our assurance that you will persevere through graduation. It is our confidence that you will be a friar for life, so that the common element that emerges from the many puzzles around us is that friar will always be a part of every image. The violinist I mentioned, Joshua Bell, stood outside the L'Enfant Plaza metro stop at the south end of the National Mall in Washington, D.C. in 2007 for less than an hour. I chose an event anchored to 2007 for a reason, an obvious one. It was an important year. For many, if not most of you, it was the year of your birth. Of the 1,100 people who passed by him, only 7 stopped to listen, and only 1 recognized who he was and the value of the instrument that he was playing. As you say goodbye to your parents and begin what is one of the most abrupt transitions in your life, you will no doubt be absorbed. You will no doubt be absorbed in becoming who you want to be as a student, as a professional, as an adult. You will have so much to occupy your time. The echoes of laughter and debate, the quiet moments of late-night revelation, these will become the rhythm of your days. It is part of the busy activity of piecing it all together. But you will also have to choose when and whether you will be willing to stop and listen to the music of possibility and the value of experiences that sometimes lie hidden. The beauty of life's experiences, like Joshua Bell's music, often plays softly in the background, in the middle of bustling activity. Do not expect it to be always loud or obvious. It may come in the form of a quiet conversation, a challenging class, a moment of solitude, or a friendship that begins with a simple hello. Like Saint Augustine, you may hear your own tolo lege, a call to take up and read, to seek and to grow. The tassel that you will receive means you belong to a community that believes in your future, even when you're unsure of its path. Let your time here be a symphony of learning, friendship, and faith. And during your time here and beyond, may you always find fit in the puzzle pieces of your life, knowing that Providence shines over you.